Hey guys, welcome to Barry's Tool Cave. I'm Barry, the guy holding the camera obviously. And a lot of you guys have seen my trailer video here, and I really appreciate all the amazing compliments and comments. It's been kind of shocking to me. So I decided to do a small video series on how I made some of this stuff and what's behind the doors. And in that, I'm going to start today with just going over my Dremel tool drawer for all my bits, because I thought this was a clever little idea that I had come up with. And you see I'm focusing in, like I feel like I should be playing the theme song from Jaws. Dun 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 dun. But there it is. Nothing crazy. You see it's basically just a piece of 3/4 inch plywood. I'll spin my camera around so you can get from all angles while I'm babbling about it. I got a little bit of everything in there. And anybody with a Dremel tool knows that there's hundreds, maybe even thousands of different types of bits, and each one has a very specific feature or material, or it reaches at a crazy angle. And no two people are going to have the same exact collection. So I just wanted to keep all mine handy, because I work right here on this bench, and I use my Dremel a lot on a lot of little small projects, and it's just great to have it close by. So I want to start off by saying, though, that this drawer is not complete. It may look nice, but I haven't screwed it down thoroughly yet. As you can see, I can wiggle it around and move it, or take it right out, which I will do shortly. But I'm going to try and set my camera up on a tripod for you guys today and see if I can show you some of the techniques that I use to do this. Because if you've ever tried to build something like this yourself, as simple as it is, lining everything up is... It's a difficult little challenge, right? Because every footprint is different. Like this one here, all right, is like 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches wide, and then you got something like this one here, which maybe 1/4 inch wide. So spacing them out can be a bit of a challenge. So I'll show you how I did that, and it's actually kind of cool. At least I think it is. So let me get this set up on a tripod and see if I can get an overhead shot. Just bear with me. Bang, and through a little movie magic that hopefully comes out good, I'm back and here at my desk, and I'm going to show you how I made this little thing. And it's a little untraditional, I guess you'd say. I use materials that are not normally found, that you wouldn't find in the building industry, but some of you might recognize this. This one's called wet foam. Pick it up at Michael's. It's pretty inexpensive, and it's basically for flower arrangements, right? And the reason I'm using this is because often laying out patterns like this are kind of difficult, and with this stuff, I can do that. I can just, poke it in, and I've got a hole. I can see where everything goes, and I have a project. It might seem simple enough, but when you start coming across bits that have different thicknesses, and you want to space them out evenly, it's damn near impossible to do. There's a lot of math involved and all that. And this is an alternate to that. Skips out, most of the math, and lets you place them how you want them. Because when you measure things out on center here, right, it might not be the same when you flip them right side up, how you want them actually displayed. So my idea here uses this stuff. I put that away real quick, and the way I did it was this stuff comes in pretty large bricks. They sell sheets of it, which probably would have been a better choice for me, because they're basically 1 inch thick, and quite a bit bigger. And I should have went that direction, but you know, I didn't know what I was doing. I'm winging it. So I'm going to show off my knife. That's my steak knife, and it's a big boy. And my wife's going to kill me when she finds out what I'm doing with it. We won't tell her, though. And this stuff cuts really easy. You don't need a big steak knife or anything like that. I just wanted to do it quick. So, do it Rambo style. There you go. You want to make whatever size you're going to make a board here. You want to try and get that size. And for me, I think I used 3 or 4 of these going that way and just start stacking them across. And you see, the cut is not perfect. It's not straight, right? I wasn't even worried about that. It's just not that important. The other part of this is, now that you got these made, is using your masking tape. And you want to just cover the whole thing with masking tape. And I started by just getting a general idea of where I wanted things to be. Like, I went through probably 10, 12, whatever different arrangements, and this is the one that I was happiest with. But this at least gives you the opportunity to play around moving things without doing any actual wood cutting, or drilling in this case. So there you go. I got a little tape over here, and let's say I wanted to, I don't know, do a mirror image of these guys, okay? I don't know why I'm picking these guys all the time, but they're right in my face and they're shiny. So I could see here where I want it on the board, and then this becomes, my speed square becomes my best friend, because now I could just, you know, fly around all over the place, right? I'm gonna just mark something. Nah, cuts more than marks. Yeah, whatever. So we'll place things around wherever I want it. I can see pretty much where center is, eyeballing it, and I could always change that when I mark it out on the wood, because what I'm going to do is, before I do any cutting, this board is going to be covered with tape too, and that gives me sort of a final opportunity to see where I want things and make sure they're lined up. Again, I use my square for everything on this, and you'll know right where everything goes. And you want to make sure, if you do something stupid like I did here with these dowels, right? I think these are 1/2-inch dowels, or I think they're 3/8 dowels and 1/2-inch sanding discs. But just remember to mark on your pattern. Like, I would do something like this. I'd write big, right? So I know this hole right here is going to be a big hole. Everything else is just a dot or an X or whatever. I'm mostly talking, so I'm not really focusing around. I'm not holding the camera, so. But you get the idea. Like, you just mark it however you want. And you can, at any point in time, go ahead and, you know, as long as you have some tension on the tape, you could just physically pop them through and hold them there in place and see, hey, that works, that doesn't work, I don't like where this is, pick it up, move it, put it somewhere else. So that's another advantage of using this stuff. And that's it, it's just that simple. Then, you know, once you got everything marked up that way and you're happy where it is, you just transfer. Now, I already have a hole there, so what I would basically do is, let's say this is the wood here, because I'm not going to start marking that up. Just bang. Poke right through with something, a nail or even the bit itself. Oh, actually, yeah, I guess a mark would be best. A nice long pico like this. So you can get through there and mark it on your board. And you're just transferring your pattern. Take it on over to a drill press, or use your drill if you're so inclined. 1/8 inch bit. And I went on most of them all the way through. So some of them, like if I were to pick this up, there's going to need another board under it, okay? It's going to either have to be affixed to another board, or you'll have to put a thin piece of like 1/4 inch Luan or plywood under it, because if I pick this up, you'll see some of the bits are going to drop. I don't know if I can get this on camera. Let's see if I can. Don't you fall. Yeah, right. Yeah, see, some of the stuff goes right through. But it's all secure, right? Everything's nice and secure. It's not going anywhere that I have to worry about. And you can build it to whatever size and shape you want. I got a little fancy with it and made a little holder for the, what do you call it, for the key tool here. See, if I want to get that out, I just poke it down, and then I can grab it in one hand. Yeah, and you can use dowels. You can put all sorts of clips on it, and do whatever. Have fun with it. It's not a very difficult project, but lining it all up and making it is very time consuming. All right. So I mean, that's pretty much it. Hey, if you like the video, give me a subscribe and a like. Leave your comments below. I'd appreciate it. I'm new to this whole YouTube thing and just trying to have fun with it and share some great ideas.